The Entrepreneurial Journey podcast. We're talking business and building a culture that's kick-ass. Where we make it happen, grab your seat, let's have a blast. At the Entrepreneurial Journey podcast.
Okay, so as promised, Donna is going to do my reading for me now, and I'm going to experience what it's like. Go for it, Donna.
Oh, thanks, Rebecca. I'm so glad. This is actually quite courageous to have this recorded and to share this with other people. So thank you for letting me do this in a public way. So, Rebecca, you have a lot of colors in your energy field, and it probably won't surprise you for me to tell you that you have quite a lot of blue in your energy field, a darker blue color. I know little about you, but I do know that you're an NLP practitioner. That blue, I'm going to call it a royal blue. To me, it's a mid to dark blue. It's not very dark, but it has that brightness of a royal blue, but a rich blue color at the same time. That is all around the right side of your head and your body. And that royal blue, to me, it indicates that you're very perceptive, that you're insightful. It is, to me, the color of intuition. And so I can see that you are very connected to intuition. In fact, I would say, if I had to guess, and I'm going to guess, that you might be clairaudient in the type of intuition that you have. So you hear messages, and that you are a podcaster. So perhaps this shouldn't come as a surprise that you're an auditory person. But energetically, I can see that you get a lot of messages through your right ear, and that it comes in as clairaudience, which is clear knowing, like clairvoyance is clear seeing. And also you have claircognizance, which is knowing. You just have these ideas or knowing, just a knowing drop into you. Mm-hmm. It's a very beautiful blue that you have in your energy field. And it's interesting to me that it sits on the right side. So that would indicate to me that probably you want to explore this more and more in the future, or that, like, I actually think that that's the direction that you're going in, and you're already immersed in that to some degree. But I feel like you want to completely jump into the royal blue pool. Wow. It feels like this is a direction that you want to go in. And what I like about this for you specifically is your insight. So you have so much insight about the people that you're working with, and there's a real clarity that comes through for you in that regard. You're just super clear. It's like a clear laser vision that you have. Mm. You get to the heart of the matter, and you know basically what the solution is as well. So it's like, oh yeah, you would just do, once you understand people in that way, or you can see whatever is going on for them, it's like you can just map it out in about 2 or 3 steps about what they need. And it's also very succinct and clear. And so you get this sense of communication. So, of course, blue is about communication fundamentally. And you are able to pair your communication. Of course, you're an amazing communicator. Yes, again, you're a podcaster. But so it should go hand in hand. But it's beyond that. The blue that you have as an expression of yourself is an incredible communicator that is paired with your intuition and paired with that level of insight, but also clarity to be able to put in solutions at the same time. And that's just such a beautiful, it's basically a secret sauce recipe that you have, Rebecca.
Wow. I cannot tell you how scary that is. Okay, let me tell you a few things there, Donna.
Are you sure you don't want me to keep going with the colours, and then you'd...
Go on. I'll come back to how...
So you don't give me a spoiler alert?
Go for it. Yeah? Go on, keep going.
Because I don't want to know too much about you before I tell you more. Okay, so as I'm talking about the royal blue, but I do want to hear everything that you've got to say.
Yeah.
All around that royal blue, and as I'm talking about that more, what appears is this beautiful emerald green around you, and it's around most of your torso. So it goes above your shoulders, goes around your entire torso, a little bit down to your upper legs. And that emerald green, of course, if you know anything about the energy centers and the heart chakra, is the color of the heart. So I know that you because of the way that that color sits around you, that you are a person that is connected with your heart, that this is actually, I would say, one of your top values of being heart-centered. And some people, when I see the emerald green, it can represent that they need a little bit of space in their lives, that they're trying to find a new direction. They're trying to connect with their truth and find a new direction. But even though this might be the case for you, and I'm not 100% sure if it is, Rebecca, actually what I feel that this is one of your main energy colors is the blue and the green. And so I would hazard a guess that you get really replenished by nature, that being out in the green, the forest or the woods, being in open parklands really replenishes you. I feel like you breathing in fresh air just is like, it just is like gives you a breath of life. Like it is so life-giving to you, and that's really beautiful. But I also see grassy fields with little flowers, little different colored flowers like pinks and yellows. And so it makes me, I don't know why I'm seeing that. Spirit is saying, yes, you do. I feel that there is a lot of joy in your life, that you see a lot of beauty around you, and that you appreciate beauty, particularly through that natural environment like flowers. I'm seeing these flowers. It also makes me feel that you are there's a real clarity to your energy that makes it very easy to read, Rebecca, because who you are is what you present. It's not, there is not like, what you present on the outside is the same as what's on the inside. And yet there is a level of depth to you that is just stunningly beautiful at the same time. Like a richness to who you are as a being. Those flowers make me feel like you might be connected with the elemental kingdoms. So this is quite spiritual, or, woo-woo if you like. But I would say that you're connected to like the fairies and the tree sprites and like the elementals. Like you can see magic in the world, and it's beyond what normal inverted commas everyday people can see. Like the twinkles around the plants, the twinkles around the flowers that you see, it's like little Tinkerbells, I feel that that is one aspect to you. So I just want to come back to that green for a moment, because it feels royal. There's a royalness, a sovereignty around that emerald green for you. I feel like you own who you are through the emerald green, which is different, because I see emerald green in other people's energy fields, and it's not the expression that I see for you. It doesn't always show up in the same way. But what I mean is that you really own who you are. You really own the power that you have and your contribution in the world and smarts and like all the different things that make you you, and make that gives me queen vibes, like a sovereign being who understands her power and is really happy to share herself in the world. And just is so beautiful.
This is amazing.
I mean, it's going to take as long as it takes. Is that okay? So
yeah, of course. I've got
bit more than
plenty
10 minutes,
of time.
This is going quite deep for you. I also see some magenta around your head, and actually it looks like a bit of a halo. And when I say magenta, I mean like a hot pink color. You know, that pink that's got that almost crimson color in it. And I love magenta. Like I love magenta. Of course, it's the pink vibe. So of course it's all about love. In this case, magenta, for you, it's about divine love. It's about receiving love from above, loving the little things in life, experiencing unconditional love in this rosy kind of way. And, again, the flowers for you. Like I want to smell like this. I can't put it as a rose, but it almost feels like the scent of a rose, but the rose looks more full-bodied than that. Maybe it's like a David Austin rose or something, but it's a magenta color. Yes, it has to be something like that. Or it's another flower that you love that I don't know what it is, but it looks like a full-petaled, full-bodied flower, and I'm just inhaling the scent, and it's just that gorgeous, like fragrance. And this is what I mean about loving the little things in life, because to you, I feel like you smelling this flower is like you just absorb the bliss of what life is. And actually, this is what I do with my work too, is like, let's experience heaven on earth here. You know, let's absorb like the, you know, experience the beauty of life. And I feel like you do that very well. Yeah, there's also some gold in your tummy, so I could go on and talk about the wisdom that sits there within you. There's some lighter pink around your arms, so I get this real sense of a softness about you as well, which is possibly not what so many people experience with you. It's just not at the forefront, but there's a real softness, a very pale pink that's there. Again, reminds me of unconditional love, but in this case, connects me to like an angelic, like an experience of an angelic love. And also I could go down a whole nother rabbit hole with this pale pink, Rebecca, but just to keep it brief, I would suggest that you understand what it is like to experience suffering in your life, because I can see this pale pink moves into the clear. And when I see that clear or white light in someone's aura, to me it indicates that you have gone through a lot of suffering, but you've come out the other side of it all the better for it. Like you've milked the goodness out of it, and you've been able to understand why humans go through suffering as a path of, let's say, growth, ascension, enlightenment. And so, yes, there just needs to be an acknowledgement of what you've gone through and how you can bring that into this place of beauty for yourself. And I guess really to sum it up, like, you're a being of beauty. Like, you are incredibly beautiful as like a gorgeous, skin, your face is beautiful, your smile, your eyes, like you're a glowing, gorgeous woman, but your energy is the same. You are stunningly beautiful, and you also appreciate the beauty in life. And so if I was to choose a word to sum you up, it would be beauty.
Oh,
it would absolutely be beauty. So would you like to share with me about the meanings of those colors for you before I try gemstones on in your energy field?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing to show you is the color of the t-shirt I'm wearing. Underneath my jumper.
I couldn't see that.
No, I know you couldn't see it, but that's the color of the t-shirt I'm wearing. So that's the first thing to say. My other color I wear a lot is green. Yeah, I do. Going back to the very beginning, I recorded a podcast yesterday with Gloria, who's an astrologist and a medium. And she, this morning, and you won't know this, I was asking her about training in intuition.
No way.
Yes, I would show you the WhatsApp messages on my phone.
That is amazing.
Yeah, because she said, you're very intuitive. Have you ever thought about training it? And I went, yeah, I have actually. And I think this might be a next step for me to start training that up more. And she said, people will put this, it's going on the recorded podcast, so people can definitely know this is true. Yesterday, she took me through clairaudience, clairvoyance, and claircognizance, the same as you have done.
Oh, hey.
And she was asking me about it, and I went, yeah, I can see really clearly where clients need to be and where their businesses need to be, which is exactly as you've described. See it so clearly.
Yes.
And my role is to help guide them on that path. But I've already got it within minutes.
I know.
Yes.
I know. So you're clairvoyant as well through that perception, that vision that you have. Yeah.
Yeah. And we talked about the clairaudience, and I said, yeah, I do. I get a voice. It's often either my mum or my nana, and they pop up from time to time, and yeah, I hear it very clearly. So that's the first spooky thing that you've said. The second one was the green and the heart. And years ago, I had my chakras done, and the heart was full of holes. It was really in bits. My other chakras were pretty sound, but my heart wasn't in good shape at all. And I spent some time working on healing that. And it I don't know how long it took. I've not checked in recently, but I know things feel very, very differently. And I actually ended up understanding my purpose in life, which was, and I kind of got to grips with that a bit earlier, but my heart hadn't healed properly. Anyway, my purpose is to love and be loved. So it's all about the love. And I've actually got that tattooed on my leg.
I love that. Yes.
Around the giant bee that I've got tattooed on my leg. Because the other thing is, every single day I walk my dogs either up the hill, because I need to be in nature and I need the fresh air, or down into the woods near my house. And you're absolutely right. Whilst my husband is busy listening to the birds, I'm looking at the flowers and I'm staring at the trees. And those are the things I have a massive connection to. And I love my garden, and it is full of magenta dahlias.
No,
yeah,
because I was like, is it a rose? Because I'm looking at this full flowered, and dahlia makes so much sense. And magenta dahlias.
It's two things. It's magenta dahlias, and then it's really dark magenta tulips in the spring. So at the moment it's the dahlias, because it's coming to the end of the summer. So the dahlias are still out up here. But in the spring, my garden is full of really dark magenta tulips.
Oh gosh, I can't even. I love that so much, so much.
And I also have a tulip tattooed on my ankle and my foot. So I have the flower, I have the leaves on my foot, and the stem wraps around the back of my ankle, and the tulip is on my right ankle.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you just couldn't make this up, could you?
No.
I knew that you were a flower person, because all I was seeing was all these flowers and you in such a state of joy as you connected with them, just looking at them and inhaling their fragrance. And I'm not surprised.
Yes.
But still blown away.
That's amazing. Oh my God, that's incredible. Thank you so much.
That's okay. So let me try on some gemstones in your energy field to see what I would choose for you.
Go for it. Yeah.
All right. So if I try on a royal blue stone for you. It turns your energy field all the same color, and it's quite beautiful. It is like jumping in that pool of royal blue, like I said earlier. I'm not sure if that's what I would want for you though, Rebecca.
Okay.
The next color, emerald green. It's beautiful. It activates your heart more, and I can see energy coming up from your heart, up through your crown, through your head. And it does create this beautiful golden star out the center of you, which is like, it's like this emerald green. I can see the emerald green of your heart, and then if you had like points of a star radiating out, like golden points, and this beautiful heart star combination. And it's really beautiful. Let me try on the magenta. Oh, I had a feeling it might be the magenta. I can't help. The feeling that comes for me when I see that in your energy field, it makes me all mushy. Like, it just makes me feel like I want to cry and hug you. And that the joy that you get from those magenta flowers, it's like a piece of jewelry with a magenta stone gives you that feeling the whole time. It makes you feel like, how like you are in a state of love and grace when you're connecting, when you're looking at those flowers. It actually turns it from an external experience to an internal experience. You are this embodiment. Oh my God, I've got goosebumps up my legs, shivers through my body. It turns you into this embodied love, beauty, grace experience. It just, I can't really describe it more than it takes from an external experience to an internal one where you are that. It's not something that's separate from you that happens occasionally. It's like you become this embodiment of magenta love.
Oh, wow.
And
Very
that
nice.
is, especially hearing, you know, you say that your life is about loving and being loved, that to me matches that perfectly. Because you feel loved because you are just this radiating, gorgeous, magenta gorgeousness. Yeah, so the other colors and the other stones are beautiful and offer you something really beautiful, but there's this, I think, is what your soul would be asking for.
Amazing. Oh, that's incredible. Thank you so much. Right. I'm going to stop recording now and we'll have a little chat afterwards. But I can highly recommend people coming to speak to you, Donna, and anybody listening should definitely take you up on that offer of the free 10-minute reading. Definitely.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Did you know at TriCrest, we've built a kick-ass culture coach and consultant program? So if you're a business coach or consultant and you're looking for something new, add to your toolbox, or even escape the 9-to-5, join us at our next event. Links in the information on the podcast. See you there.
The Entrepreneurial Journey Podcast. We're talking business and building a culture that's kick-ass. Where we make it happen. Grab your seat, let's have a blast. At the Entrepreneurial Journey.